They win their 45th game this season. The LA Clippers are 13 games above 500. Kobe Brown's going to put the headset on for us. Kobe, we're way up top. He's got the headset in hand. And he just puts it behind his back. Kobe, you got us? Can you hear us? Maybe. Kobe. Is he talking? Can he? I don't think he can hear us. Kobe Brown. Hello, it's me. I'm in California. Well, we have. I don't think Kobe's got us.
Hey, I don't hear nothing.
You don't hear it? We got. How about now? We can hear you. Kobe, you got us? Maybe. Kobe. All right. Well, we'll do it. You know what? Things are a work in progress here at Intuit Dome in the long cabling that we have to deal with. So we will talk to Kobe next time. 114.91. Clippers winning this one. 20 for Kawhi. Same place, same time. See you tomorrow. But don't go anywhere. Adam Osland has Clippers talk when we return. Clippers win 114-91. Daniel West, take it away as the Clips get it done on your Clippers Audio Network. Yeah. We can hear him.
Adam jinxed me.
I didn't do a damn thing.
You jinxed me.
I didn't do a damn thing.
You jinxed me.
Adam.
It worked. I'm telling you. I came in early just for it to work. That's trash. I'm going to be mad if somebody disconnected it too, but it was working.
Clipper Nation. The Clippers have won 13 of their last 16 games now. How about it? Yeah, there were a lot of free throws.
That was awesome.
Eubanks, you bet. He was awesome tonight. Drew Eubanks was cooking.
Thanks, Joey. This is game 20 under 100 or 19? This is 19, right? That would put us first. I think it's. I think it's 9. Okay, so this is 20. So we lead the NBA in holding opponents under 100.
How many games?
19, baby.
Wow.
Or 20.
Wow.
Let's just run it back right now.
This one?
In the city.
Clippers now 16-3 when 6 players are in double figures, y'all.
That's pretty good.
Norm, Kawhi, Zubats, Harden, Bogey, and Drew Eubanks.
Hey, you play Kawhi 24 minutes tonight. You can play him 16 tomorrow.
Why are you throwing the red meat out there? I already got people in the chat.
Is
Kawhi playing tomorrow?
Guys,
we're so close.
Look at the history books. He's not playing. He hasn't played a back-to-back.
We're so close to having this amazing version of Kawhi Leonard in the playoffs.
No say.
We can't risk it, y'all.
Facts. No need to, especially when you just won like that. And if Hardy's out, man, I tried, guys. I'm sorry I let you guys down. I tried to make it fun at the end.
It was good.
Thank you.
Well, it wasn't the prettiest victory, but the Clippers win big over the Dallas Mavericks, 114-91 here at Intuit Dome. Welcome into your post-game show. I'm Adam Osland. Coming up, we'll have Clippers talk for you on the Patriot AM 1150. We'll also get to second half highlights in your post-game box score. But first, back over to your radio voice of the Clippers in Carlo Jimenez. A lot of free throws, a lot of stoppages in this ball game, but also a lot of domination by the Clippers on the defensive end once again here, Carlo.
It's just excellent stuff by his Clipper team. You hold Dallas to 35 points in the first half. It's the second straight game out, and the Clippers have allowed 4 threes in a game. Not in a quarter, not in 6 minutes, not in a half, not in 3 quarters, in a game against an opponent. Adam, since March 5th, the Clippers are shooting 51% from the field. That is the best in the NBA. Opponents are shooting 45%. That is the third lowest in the NBA. The Clippers are shooting 42% from 3. That is the best in the NBA. Opponents are shooting 31% from 3. That is the lowest in the NBA. The Clippers are hot. Their opponents are not. And that continues tonight against Dallas.
Clippers have now won 13 of their last 16 games. Took care of the basketball in this one, just 13 turnovers as well. But it all starts with Kawhi Leonard. You picked up on it early on, Carlo, but he brought the intensity after that first time out, and the Clippers never really looked back afterwards.
No, he was aggressive, especially in the second as he continued to go to work, got downhill, 17 shots in 24 minutes. That's what you need to see from Kawhi Leonard. He needs to be somebody who's always looking to initiate every single time down. And so for this Clipper team to get him going early, to get downhill, it was great to see because the Clippers go how far Kawhi goes. And it felt like, Adam, to start that game, it was a little, I don't know how to describe it. The Clippers weren't zoned in like we had thought, right? And then Kawhi said, I'm just going to dominate on both ends. And he did. And that kicked the Clippers into gear. It's almost like when you're ripping the cord, trying to start the lawnmower, you just can't get it. You ask for your older brother, your dad to do it. Kawhi came in there. He ripped that cord. That lawnmower started. And the Clippers mowed down Dallas the rest of the way.
And good news, Clipper Nation, with him only playing 24 minutes in this ball game, he's going to be reevaluated tomorrow to see if he could play on 0 days rest, according to Coach Lou postgame. Wow, Carlo Jimenez must have, I don't know, he's had a premonition or something. But this,
no, I had no idea. Well, he hasn't played on back-to-backs all year.
Good instincts, though, because he played few minutes in this one, and Kawhi has been saying he's feeling really good. It sounds like there's a possibility he does play tomorrow.
If he plays, over 30 minutes in this game, Adam, I don't think there's any way he's playing tomorrow. There's just no need to risk that. But you look at 24 minutes with the 2 days off coming up. I mean, if Kawhi doesn't play tomorrow, and then I assume you save him for the Houston game, do you want him not playing 5 straight days? Probably not, right? You probably want to keep him in rhythm. So from a keeping in rhythm standpoint, I think it makes sense because that would be a lot of time off. I don't think they play in back-to-back San Antonio, Houston. I would be surprised if that happened. But considering the minutes were low, Kawhi has been playing his best basketball these last 11-plus games. He's got 10 straight with 20 or more points. This makes sense. I think if he's able to go in the next one, I wouldn't expect him to play much. Maybe we see it like when he was coming back and coming out in the third quarter. But I just think with all the time off coming up, I felt like maybe you would see him play tomorrow because there's really no reason to have him not play 5 straight days when he's playing at such an elite level.
Yeah, it was a very good guess. And look, the fact that he played this game and not tomorrow's game, we initially were wondering which game he was going to play. Maybe they tipped their hand to saying, well, if Friday goes well, maybe we can get Kawhi for both games this weekend against the Dallas Mavericks. And that seems to be the situation now. And I know a lot of people are expecting Anthony Davis to play tomorrow. Didn't play tonight for Dallas, and they missed him. They put up just 91 points. The Clippers defense, for the 20th time this year, held an opponent under 100. And a lot of that was Kawhi Leonard setting the tone on that end, but also Ivica Zubac with a double-double before the first half was even over, Carlo.
It was a double-double in the first quarter. It was so effective early. Clippers out-rebound Dallas by 7, but it was oceans apart throughout this ball game, really till the end. Clippers were able to dominate the painted area in this game till down the stretch when Dallas got a couple of paint points in the final moments. I thought Zoo's aggressiveness early, 14 shots for the Clippers, second most on this team. That's what you need to see from the big man. He makes 6 of them. He gets 14 rebounds, 13 rebounds, 14 points. Also a steal, a nice assist early on the first Clipper bucket. Biggest thing from Big Zoo, Adam, it just continues to be so consistent. Once again, a double-double. That's now 21 of his last 23 games since the All-Star break with a double-double for the big man. 54 this season, Adam, after he had 23 all of last year. Zoo was asked about the double-doubles earlier this season, and he said, I should get one every single time. I'm a big man, jokingly. But it's not something – only 3 guys have more double-doubles than Ivica Zubac's. And when you look at the names, Adam, it's Karl Anthony Towns, it's Giannis, it's Nikola Jokic. Those guys have the ball in their hands 100 times more than Ivica Zubac does, yet he is being so productive with those double-doubles.
Yeah, this Clippers team ended up with 6 players in double figures. They're 16-3 when they get that level of production from the squad. Somebody else who was very good off the bench in this one, once again, Bogdan Bogdanovic, and helped shut the door, really, with those 3 3-pointers in the fourth quarter.
Huge shots from Bogey. He is now 8 for his last 11 from the three-point line, which I'm not a math guy, but that seems pretty good. 8 for your last 11 from 3. Impressive stuff from Bogey from distance. He looks in rhythm. Adam, he had the prettiest pass of the ball game. Down the right alley, behind the back, into the painted area. He's been watching a lot of James Harden. And then Drew Eubanks throwing down the hammer on the top. Talk about Drew Eubanks, Adam. This is probably his best Clipper game this season.
Yeah, most points he has scored in a Clippers uniform with 12, but very active out there, going 6 of 7 and also 7 boards. Like, he kind of took up the challenge. I don't know if there's a little something extra there because Kai Jones was playing on the other side for a little bit. He was the Clippers backup center. Now Drew Eubanks is, but played with good force out there, had some nice touch around the rim when they weren't throwdowns. Just good to see because the Clippers, you know what? He's one of those guys that in certain matchups in a playoff series, you're going to need a big body like that.
And you just think about some of these teams in the Western Conference and the size they can put out there. Eubanks could be utilized in big moments, and he is somebody the Clippers could use down the stretch. 6 through 7 was effective around the glass. Big-time block. Kai Jones went up for the dunk, and Drew Eubanks said, I'll meet you at the top, good sir, and sent it away. Impressive one for this one. Anytime you get Patty Mills in the game, usually that means the Clippers got to win. Patty able to knock down a 3. Well-loved here at Intuit Dome. And Adam, lastly, I'd love to shout out the Wall. 9 missed free throws for Dallas in this game. They were excellent. Early, Dallas couldn't make free throws. The Wall was effective. Once again, the Clippers just being able to build a true home court advantage. Steve Ballmer, Gillian Zucker have done an incredible job with the geography of a court, with the way you build a building, not only create just an amazing fan-first environment, but help the Clippers win games with the way this arena is built. It is incredible. It will be copied and mimicked, no doubt, as teams continue to build new arenas. The Clippers truly innovating once again here with the Wall, and it's leading to success. 65% from Dallas at the free throw line.
And a tip of the cap to the creative signs out there. Yes, Nico Batum over Nico Harrison always. Well, we have a moment. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Clippers, 13 wins in their last 16 contests as they blow out the Dallas Mavericks 114-91. Here at Intuit Dome, they'll run it back and do it all over again and might even have Kawhi Leonard tomorrow. Tip-off at 7:30, pregame at 6:30. Carlo Jimenez, great call. Let's do it again tomorrow, my friend.
Adam, deja vu time is coming up. I'm going to sleep, wake up, be right here, same time, looking for the same result.
Let's do it. Clippers win big over the Mavericks. Second half highlights in your postgame box score coming up next. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to your Clippers postgame show right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Let's go. Thanks, Daniel. Talk to you tomorrow.
Daniel, what are we going with second half? Sounds good. Thank you. Clipper Nation. Another game, another victory, more domination. More of the Clippers hitting threes and the opposition missing everything. Like that has continued. It's been incredible. Good fortune or good defense and good shooting from the Clippers. I did think, there's always some criticism. Daniel, what time are we going till? Thank you, Chris. Daniel, what time are we going till? Who fourth quarter? Bogey? Clippers defense held the Dallas Mavericks to their season low of 91 points as the Clippers win 114-91 over the Mavericks here at Intuit Dome. Welcome back into your post-game show. I'm Adam Oslin. Coming up, we'll get to your post-game box score. But first, second half highlights. Clippers led by 23, 24 minutes into this one with a score of 58-35 in that third quarter. More from Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, Kawhi was 7 more in that third quarter. And after 3, the Clippers would lead 81-60. And then the guy who has been showing up in fourth quarters and knocking them down from the outside, bogey ball, Bogdan Bogdanovic did it again in the fourth. Not just the shot making, the assist there from Bogey to Eubanks for a big throwdown. He had 9 of his 12 points in the fourth quarter. And the Clippers win by a final score of 114-91 over the Mavericks. We'll do it all over again tomorrow. But coming up next, your final box score. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to your Clippers postgame show right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. How we feeling, Clipper Nation? I wonder if part of the reasoning also with Kawhi is the fact that Golden State won tonight, and they really know they can't lose a ball game to keep pace. But then again, the fact that he was willing to go tonight instead of Saturday, and we knew that yesterday, this might have always been the plan, I think. I'm excited about it. If the Clippers doctors are good with it, we move. And even if you only get 20 minutes from Kawhi tomorrow, that's 20 minutes from a guy who's playing at a top 5 level right now over the last month. You need it all, especially if AD plays. Yeah, the Rockets beat OKC. Looks like they're not going to let go of the 2 seed. Here's the thing. If the Clippers win out, they will at worst be the 6th seed. There's 5 games left. Because they play Golden State the final game. Joey. Nuggets have the tiebreaker against the Clippers. I don't think they're catching Denver, guys. Clippers have tiebreakers over Warriors and Grizzlies. Clippers win 114-91 over the Dallas Mavericks in game 1 of this 2-game mini series back-to-back against Dallas. We'll do it all over again tomorrow night here at Intuit Dome. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Osland. This is your Clippers post-game locker room show coming up on the Patriot AM 1150 and on the YouTube side at Clippers Talk. We will have some Clippers talk for you if you want to get on early. 877-520-1150, 877-520-1150. Clippers ended up shooting 49% from the field. They go 14 of 30 from the outside. Dallas, 4 of 20 from 3. They didn't hit a 3 in the first half, guys. They were 0 for 12. Of course, we jinxed it, and right out of the third quarter, Max Christie would hit a 3-pointer to get them their first. But this has been a trend, a real pattern. Since March 1st, nobody's been hotter from 3 than the Clippers, and nobody's got colder shooting against them than the Clippers. They've been shooting the best percentage from 3 since March 1st, while opponents have been shooting their worst against the Clippers since March 1st. That's a big part of this. The Clippers being winners of 13 of the last 16 games, that's a huge part of it. For both of those things to be happening at once is pretty wild. Clippers defense, though, has been that good. 20th game this season, they've held an opponent under 100. Nobody's had more of those. Nobody's had more instances of holding a team under 100 than your LA Clippers. And in this ball game, the Dallas Mavericks only got up 77 shots. The Clippers were great on the boards. 48-39 in the rebounding department, 11-6 in the offensive rebounding department. Second chance points, Dallas had just 6, Clippers with 9. Part of that is because they made so many shots. I mean, the Clippers went 14-30 from the outside. They shot 47% from 3. Fast break points, Clippers 17, Dallas with 10. And the Clippers, just 13 turnovers. Love seeing that number. Dallas with 18, leading to 19 points for the Clippers. Clippers win 114-91 here at Intuit Dome in game 1 of this back-to-back against the Mavericks here. We'll do it all over again tomorrow night. Pre-game show starting at 6:30 outside of Los Angeles. We are leaving you until then. But coming up next on the Patriot AM 1150 and on the YouTube side at Clippers Talk, we got the Clippers Talk show for you. I'm Adam Osland. For those outside of Los Angeles, we'll talk to you tomorrow in LA. It's Clippers Talk next. Yeah, Chris. And the Nuggets beat the Clippers twice. And the Nuggets have the much better record against the conference, so that's why they have the tiebreaker. Nuggets have the tiebreaker because of conference record. I don't know why y'all question me. Lakers been falling too lately. I mean, not tonight. I beat up on the Pelicans. They do have two coming up against OKC, though. They have the tiebreaker, though, over the Clippers. They went 3-1 against them. Plus, they have much better conference record, too. Clippers didn't get any help. Golden State beat Denver. Houston won over OKC, too, which is interesting. They've been playing really good ball. Well, Chris, what did you think the next tiebreaker was? If they're 2-2 head-to-head, it's got to go somewhere else. AD versus EU battle tomorrow. Hey, Drew Eubanks just had his best game as a Clipper. Facts. He was really good. With you guys till 11. If you guys want to get on, 877-520-1150, 877-520-1150.
Hey guys, at this point, only players on the court, family and friends back up on the stairs, please. Thank you. Players only on the court right now. Friends and family, please return back to the stands.
Clippers win 114-91 over the Dallas Mavericks in Game 1 of this two-game back-to-back mini-series here at Intuit Dome. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Osland. It's Clippers Talk for you here on the Patriot AM 1150. And on Clippers Talk on the YouTube side, 877-520-1150, 877-520-1150 is the phone number. Clippers have won 13 of their last 16 games. They have been that good. Second in net rating over their last 10 games to the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have the best record in the league. Clippers defense was suffocating. 20th time this season they have held a team under 100 points. Their defense is special, especially with Kawhi back. And I mean, not just back out on the court, but back, looking like Kawhi Leonard again. There were 5 lead changes in the first 4 minutes of this one. And then Kawhi really ramped up the defense, and everybody else followed. That's what I saw out there. He also hit a midi in the first quarter after missing a couple of threes. Another one at the dotted line, then hit a three-pointer. He had 9 points in the opening quarter. But the Clippers, after being tied at 10, went on an 11-2 run. Zubats had back-to-back buckets at one point. And the Dallas Mavericks, after hitting some shots early, went 1 for 8 to end the first quarter, and the Clippers led 29-16. Second straight game, they held a team to 16 points in the first quarter. They were up 22-16 Wednesday on the Pelicans after the first 12 minutes. Clippers defense, awesome, stellar. And their offense, very good to start things off. Dallas Mavericks are struggling. Maybe they get Anthony Davis back tomorrow. They could sure use him Klay Thompson missed the second half of the ball game due to illness. I mean, they were 0 of 5 from 3 in the first quarter. They were 0 of 12 from 3, 0 of 11 on some box scores, 0 of 12 on others at the half. Clippers defense was good. Their offense was also very poor in this one. But the second quarter was interesting to me because what you had was Drew Eubanks in place of Ben Simmons, who should be playing tomorrow, managing his left knee, next to Kawhi, next to Batum, next to Bogey and DJ. Typically, it's Ben Simmons in there in that 5-man unit to start second and fourth quarters with Kawhi Leonard leading the second unit. Right away, Bogey hits a 3. He's been on fire. I don't know what to say anymore. He's been shooting, I think, 45% from 3 going back his last 15-plus games now. Another good night from beyond the arc. I expected him to be good. He's been that and then some as a Clipper. He's been awesome. He had the best pass of the night. As Carlo pointed out, that behind-the-back wraparound between 2 defenders to Drew Eubanks for a right-handed hammer in the fourth quarter. But back to the second quarter. Bogey hits a 3. DJ steal and dunk. Clippers are up 34-18. I was watching Kawhi Leonard early in the second. Got past P.J. Washington. I wanted to see that burst, but missed. Missed a baseline fadeaway. Missed a floater. So missed his first 3 shots of the second, then hit a three-pointer as 37-20 Clippers. Looked extremely active on defense. He's been like that for weeks now. Two-way Kawhi's been back. Norman hit a three-pointer to put the Clippers up by 20 at 40-20. Bogey was playing some good defense on P.J. Washington, who was trying to bully him on the block, and it wasn't happening. But how about Drew Eubanks with a spinning layup to make it 42-20 Clippers? And then Kawhi had a nice fadeaway on the left elbow. Dunwood hit a baseline layup. That made it 46-21, and the Dallas Mavericks scored, what was it? I think 11 points during a 12-minute stretch from the end of the first into the start of the second. The struggle was real, and the Clippers' defense was as well. Just lockdown Alcatraz style. They were giving up nothing easy. Focused. It's not always easy to do against a lesser opponent, especially when you're hitting shots. Sometimes you give up some easy ones on the other end, but the Clippers look good. Zubac's right-hand hook shot, 48-23. Another hook shot, 50-31. Clippers led at the half, 58-35. I mentioned the Dallas Mavericks being 0 of 12 from 3 at the half, which was unbelievable. Max Christie would hit a three-pointer early in the third. They started to make a little bit of a run. They got it to within 19. Kawhi, turnaround fadeaway. Kawhi, another fadeaway in the third quarter. Nasty stuff from him. Clippers got a 24-second violation on Dallas. Something I did notice, P.J. Washington, I don't know if he caught Kawhi with an elbow to the jaw or to the ear. It was away from the ball. Happened early in the third quarter. Kawhi was kind of shaking his head a little bit. Stayed in the ball game. Looked to be okay. And the big news is they're going to reevaluate Kawhi to see if he's good to play tomorrow on a back-to-back for the first time this season. Hey, the Golden State Warriors aren't losing. They beat Denver tonight. Up next, they got the Houston Rockets. But they're beating good teams. They beat the Lakers last night. If you want to keep pace, I guess you got to have that sense of urgency. And Kawhi only ended up playing 24 minutes. And if the doctors say he's a go, if he's healthy enough to do it, why not? Even if he only gives them 20 minutes or 15 minutes tomorrow. I know a lot of you guys were asking for that. I was still operating under the abundance of caution, but Coach Lou said postgame. Law Murray. posted this afterwards. Kawhi Leonard will be reevaluated tomorrow, so he could play on 0 days rest, per Ty Lue. So some of you guys that were hoping if he played limited minutes in this game, which he did, less than 24, it sounds like we'll find out at some point tomorrow if Kawhi, in fact, is available. Kawhi had some incredible defense on Caleb Martin also in the third quarter. Just, he couldn't shake him. He had nowhere to go. Then Kawhi had a steal and a layup in transition. And Drew Eubanks gets in the ball game and hit a floater over Kai Jones. Kai, by the way, had a couple of jumpers, like one just straight up jump shot, another fall away over Ivica Zubac. He was showing off the bag a little bit against his former team in this one. But I think Eubanks got the best of him. I think this was Eubanks' best game as a Clipper. Before the third quarter was over, Harden would hit a three-pointer. Clippers are up 21 at 81-60 heading into the fourth. To start the fourth, I'm going to look up these numbers tomorrow because I don't think they're calculated yet. I think Bogey is shooting some ridiculous numbers from three, especially in fourth quarters, because he had 3 3-pointers in the fourth quarter the other night against the Pelicans. He had 3 again tonight in the fourth quarter. He hit a 3 to start the fourth quarter. It's 84-60 Clippers. Then Kawhi locked up Max Christie. I'm telling you, Kawhi loves going at young guys and giving them their initiation to the league. Welcome to the NBA moment. Max Christie got it. He's been in the league for a couple of years now, but he's been playing more minutes and more is asked of him offensively now with Dallas, and he has shown a lot more in his game. Like, I'm not complaining about Nico Harrison trying to get Max Christie away from the Lakers. That made sense to me. Still think they're about 2 first-round picks short of an equal trade. Bogey had a nice pass to DJ underneath the rim for a dunk. That's the other part of Bogdanovic's game. He's a good passer. He can run pick and roll. He offers something different. Then DJ had a pass from Bogey above the arc, knocked down a 3, and the Clippers are up 30. Their biggest lead was 35, but they were up 30 after that 3 from DJ at 92-62. Eubanks layup. Bogey another 3, his third of the fourth. Eubanks big right-handed throwdown. Patty Mills gets in the game. Bogey goes behind the back then, between 2 defenders, to Eubanks for another right-handed throwdown. Nasty work. Cam Christie actually got into the ball game. Had a putback on a miss because the Clippers were up by as many as 35. Eubanks blocked Kai Jones. Kai Jones got blocked by Drew Eubanks. I don't know. He was on different time tonight than I had seen from Drew Eubanks, and I like it. Tonight, the guy I saw could get some playoff minutes depending on the matchup. They need another big out there. Clippers big victory, 114-91 over the Dallas Mavericks, where Kawhi only plays 24 minutes and it's going to be reevaluated in the morning to see if he's available for tomorrow's game. And you know Kawhi wants to play. It's up to the doctors. He played 23 minutes and 44 seconds technically. 8 of 17, 20 points, 6 boards, great defense. Clippers blow out the Dallas Mavericks. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back. More Clippers talk live from Intuit Dome. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Patriot AM 1150. What up, chat? What you guys got for me? Who you with? I mean, I think there's a real good chance Kawhi plays tomorrow now. Drew Eubanks just got minutes. What do you want? X Mongo said KD or AD ducked Kawhi. Leezy said first time here. Welcome to Clippers Talk. Terry said, I'm not looking at other teams. Win the next 5 games, we out of the play-in. Easy. It's true. If they win out, they'll be out of the play-in. Clippers do control their own destiny in that way. Dre is saying we need some teams to lose, like 2 games. I mean, if the Clippers win the next 5, they don't need anybody to lose. That's the good news. Trey also said FIBA Bogey is here. How about just Bogey from last season? Last year, he was 5th in 6th Man of the Year voting with Atlanta. And people thought he just fell off without a major injury. I was like, he's 32, not 38. I never bought into the 30% three-point shooting from him in 24 games or whatever it was with Atlanta this season. I never bought in. I kept saying, Bogey's my guy. I'm rolling with him. You need him. He's essential because of his skill set. Clippers, they let him work through a 1-for-12 three-point shooting game in Detroit. And they kept saying, put it up. They gave him confidence, reaping the benefits now. Home court still in play. Well, that's a real outside shot. Clippers win 114-91 over the Dallas Mavericks here at Intuit Dome. The Dome is home. I'm Adam Moslin. Welcome back in. Shout out the wall. You guys did damage again. The Dallas Mavericks missed 9 free throws. They went 17 of 26 at the charity stripe. And shout out the Nico Batum greater than Nico Harrison sign. Awesome to see. I'm still frustrated by that trade. I got to be honest with you. I know this is Clippers talk, but they're taking on Dallas. Luka's not there anymore. AD's not able to play this game. We'll see if he plays tomorrow. That trade is so baffling. Like, Luka could get hurt the next game, never play again, and it was still a bad trade because you didn't get equal value. And you helped out the Lakers, which is why I'm so bothered. I mean, I feel for Dallas Mavericks fans first. I feel for the rest of the league, and especially the Clippers, who have dealt with Luka more than anyone after. Mark Jag said Kai Jones is a freak athlete who is trying to figure out the basketball side of it. Reminds me of Stromile Swift. I have mentioned Stromile Swift with Sky Jones, and I'm a fan of his. But yeah, he just doesn't have those natural basketball instincts. But, man, he hit a fall away in the second half of this one over Ivica Zubac. He's gotten a green light in Dallas because of all the injuries. Daniel Gafford just came back. Derek Lively's still out. Maybe he plays tomorrow. AD, maybe he plays tomorrow. So he's gotten a ton of minutes to work through, some of the kinks or some of the struggles out there. When you know you're getting a certain chunk of minutes, there's less pressure with every shot. I mean, that's tough for young guys. When you know you're only getting 5-10 minutes, every shot is so big. And guys are gripping. When you know you're getting a solid amount of minutes, and Kai Jones ended up with almost 23 in this game, you can play with a little bit more looseness to your game, calmness, and he looked like it. He wasn't looking over his shoulder like he's going to get pulled if he takes a jump shot. But that's simply because the position Dallas is in versus where the Clippers were with him, and the expectations were a lot higher. But I'm still rooting for Sky Jones. I'm a fan. Maybe because I gave him that nickname right before he had the game-winning alley-oop up in Seattle against Portland in the preseason. Yes, Drew Eubanks played tonight because no Ben Simmons, and I thought he played well. Dre brought that up on the YouTube chat side. I think this was his best game, and I said that like midway through the third quarter. I was like, I think Carlo and I were talking off air. this is low-key Drew Eubanks, the best he has looked. He looked really good tonight. Level of competition, factor all those things in, yes. But there was some confidence from Drew Eubanks. Like, he went 6 of 7 with 12 and 7 in 17 minutes. He was a plus 17. A lot of sevens there. I was happy for him. I hope that carries over because he's a big body, and you never know, depending on matchups in the playoffs, you might need him. Dave Richards said, Adam, who do you most want to see first round between the Lakers, Rockets, Denver, and Golden State? Rockets. Easy. No disrespect. Rockets are good. They could win that series. There's an unknown factor there with how some of these young guys are going to look in their first playoff action, how Jalen Green, Jabari Smith, Amen Thompson could look out there because they just haven't tasted playoff basketball before, and that's scary. But I'd rather take the inexperience versus championship experience with Denver and Golden State and the Lakers with LeBron. Enzo P said, I don't want to play Luka again. I think a lot of people feel like that. Chunk said, at this point, I think Lakers, Grizz, or Nuggets have a better chance of being in play-in than T-Wolves or Warriors. If you look at the NBA standings after the Clippers' victory tonight over Dallas and the Warriors winning over the Nuggets and also the Rockets winning earlier over OKC. So the Rockets, remember, OKC, they're the number 1 seed. It's already locked up. That's over. The Rockets are 13 and a half games behind them. I don't know. National media-wise, they have not made a big enough deal about just how dominant OKC has been all season long. Like, they might win 69, 70 games. How many they got left? They're at 64 and 13. Houston's behind them in the 2 spot at 51 and 27. They are 3.5 games up on the Lakers, who are now in the 3 spot. They won over the Pelicans. They're 47 and 30. The Lakers are half game up on Denver, who lost to Golden State tonight. They're 47 and 31. Golden State is 46 and 31 in the 5 spot behind Denver by a half game. Minnesota is in the 6th spot at 45 and 32. The Clippers are tied with them and with Memphis, and the Clippers are in front of Memphis due to the tiebreaker head-to-head. Clippers in the 7th spot in the play-in currently. Memphis in the 8th spot. Then is Dallas at 38 and 40 in the 9th spot, and Sacramento at 37 and 40 in the 10th spot. Phoenix is almost done as they got waxed tonight by the Boston Celtics. I don't know if they're mathematically eliminated. I don't think they are 2 games back of Sacramento, but that is some of the most uninspiring basketball I've ever seen by a team that talented. I mean, they've gotten, I think, 60 games from KD and Booker this year. What is the issue? It should not be this bad. I mean, I know defensively they're not good. There's more to that story. So the Clippers are in a solid position where with 5 games left, if they win all 5, they're guaranteed to be out of the play-in. They run it back tomorrow against Dallas, and Kawhi may play. He's going to be reevaluated. See if he's good for a back-to-back. Sense of urgency. Now, we don't know what doctors are going to say about it. Kawhi has been wanting to play back-to-backs. The players always want to play. He said after their last one, Cleveland and Orlando last weekend, that he was good. But you can't push things. Some people in here are saying not worth it. Sit Kawhi. Like, if the doctors say he's good and it's limited minutes tomorrow, we going to trust, bro science or the doctors who have been evaluating the situation the entire time? If they say he's good, he's good. Maddox said, I think Kawhi's playing tomorrow. Timothy said Denver fans are turning on against Westbrook. Well, the Russell Westbrook experience Mavericks has been on full display over the last week. Mark Jag said Dinwiddie was blowing past Bogey, but Bogey is giving a ton of effort on defense, and he's smart. I'll tell you what, P.J. Washington wasn't. He tried to bully him, back him down. Bogey stood his ground. Hotline Bling is a good song. Said AD didn't want to ruin the perfect record. What perfect record? Dre said AD going to play tomorrow for sure. Legend said Westbrook is destroying us even when he's not here. X-Mongo Project said Kai Jones' era felt so many years ago. Kind of did. I mean, Kai Jones was their center to start the season. Remember, Mo Bamba was out, their backup center. He had an opportunity. But his problem is just basketball instincts-wise because he started playing at a later age, track star. He always beats his man down the floor. Triple jumper guy, like Wilt Chamberlain was. His problem is just positioning, knowing where to be every possession. But I hope he figures it out, and he's still young enough, and he works hard. And if you listen to any of the interviews, like, I don't know how you couldn't be rooting for Kai Jones. I'm all in following his career. I still follow him on the Instagram. Mark Jackson, I expect the Mavs to try and get revenge tomorrow. Can't come out sleepwalking. Yeah, I expect the Mavs to be better. They're not going to start 0 of 12 from 3 tomorrow. Sim Max said Eubanks played well. Did. Eubanks low-key cooked. Dre's Gaming said they must be focused tomorrow even more, especially starting out. Yeah, you're right. I thought they still started slow, slightly, but Kawhi, after the first time out, looked really laser focused defensively. And I think it kind of energized the rest of the group. Kawhi is so underrated in how few possessions. I know he's Defensive Player of the Year winner, but how few possessions he takes off with what is asked of him offensively. How few possessions he takes off on the defensive end. And that guy has so much pride defensively. It's just incredible. And he's back to playing at that high level now. But it was a 10-10 game. And then he got a shot to go, got to the free throw line. He scored 7 straight for them from the 5:56 mark of the first quarter to the 4:29 mark. And now they're up 17-10 or 4:41 mark. Like, he just took over. And that's his offense. His defense was special during that stretch too. Like, it was Kawhi leading them. I thought James Harden really struggled early on. He had 4 turnovers in the first quarter. 4 of their 5. And they were some real bad, sloppy miscues from James. It wasn't his best game. 13 points, 4 of 11 shooting, 5 assists to 5 turnovers. So he only had 1 after the first quarter. He cleaned it up, as he typically does. He's had some bad quarters, some bad halves, turn it around. Yeah, Patrick Baldwin Jr.'s shot looked nice. He knocked down 2 3-pointers in his 3 minutes late. I was watching this form going like, wow, is that Michael Porter Jr. out there? Okay, chill. Mark Jack said they probably strategically sat Clay out in the second half, resting him for the next game. I don't know, they said he was out with an illness. Max Christie started the second half. Yeah, Dre's talking about it. Baldwin Jr.'s ball, he had a wet ball. He had some splash bros to him with those 3-pointers. It kind of Clayish, the shot. No, it was just, I don't know, that was a pretty shot. Mark Jag said the Mavs are playing for positioning in the play-in. True, but the positioning is, are they going to be 9th or 10th, basically? Are they going to get a home game? Because they can't catch the Clippers or Memphis Grizzlies or anybody else. They can't get into the 7-8. They're locked into the 9-10. Could Phoenix, if they won out, Dallas lost out, the Suns could probably catch them, but I don't think that's happening. Not with the way the Suns have been playing. We'll take a quick timeout. Clippers win 114-91 over the Dallas Mavericks. I'm Adam Moslin. We'll get to your phone calls next here on the Patriot AM 1150.
All right, guys, halftime about to end, and we're going to resume the second half. Oh my goodness! Oh, we have a halftime show, special halftime.
Look, I don't want to play the Rockets. I also don't want to play the Nuggets or the Lakers or Golden State. Like, they're all bad options. They're all tough. The Grizzlies, getting to play them in a 7-game series would be nice, but that's not going to happen. It is no disrespect to Houston. I think they could be scary. I completely agree. Defensively, they've been elite all season long, and now their offense is coming around. It's just a matter of pick your poison. Lesser of 3-4 evils. Hotline Bling said S is getting spooky. Ivana said, I hope OKC will play the entire team against the Lakers in 2 games. In that case, who knows? Maybe the Lakers will be closer to the play-in. Yeah, I'm just guessing at some point OKC is going to ramp down and not be playing as many guys because it's really just about the only thing they can be playing for is the number 1 overall seed, the best record in the NBA. They're 2 games up on Cleveland. They have 64 wins. The Cavs 62. That's all they have to play for, which is not nothing because they could meet in the finals. Bradley Beal at 1 point. Ex-Mongo Project said, I hope OKC still play their guys versus the Lakers. Yep. Yeah, I think a lot of this about getting out of the play-in is getting that week off. That's so important for this Clippers team with the vets and the older players they have. Dre said, we still have one more back-to-back. Yep. San Antonio. Then the Rockets on Tuesday, Wednesday next week. Clippers win 114-91 over the Dallas Mavericks. I'll do it again tomorrow, right back here at Intuit Dome, 7:30 start. Pre-game back here at 6:30. Daniel, one more time. 877-520-1150, 877-520-1150. If you guys want to get on. Did we get some Zubanks minutes? I think we did. Drew Eubanks showed me something tonight, that he can be serviceable. I think he started off okay, had some down games. The last time we saw him, I think, was it Orlando, where he got pulled? Yes, at the end of the first quarter after a bad turnover. They put Kawhi back in for him. Coach Lou was not happy with this play in like a minute and a half. So let's hope he's got a little bit more confidence and an understanding of what they're asking of him, because I thought Drew Eubanks was really good in this game. Terry 8686 says, Adam, I just want us to be out of the play-in, but be healthy. Playoff LAC said, what about Kobe Brown? I was underwhelmed by his minutes. 0 of 4, 0 of 2 from 3. Did he take one at the end of the third quarter or the end of a shot clock? I've always felt like the idea of Kobe Brown was, a lot of it was based off of him shooting 46% from 3 his last season at Mizzou and being a jack of all trades, but a decent 3-point shooter at this level is, I think, what they needed of him. A guy who could bring the ball up, rebound, switch defensively onto multiple guys, and then also knock down a 3-ball here and there. 3-ball is not translated. Not at the NBA level, not at the G League level. And, he went from shooting like 25% his first few years in college to 46%. It was 1 year. Unfortunately, I'm rooting for him because I do think he has some nice reads here and there with his passing and his playmaking and being the connector guy and his rebounding. But they need him to be able to knock down shots from the outside. Mark Jag talking about the Suns. Bradley Beal gets his huge contract whether he scores 1 or 30 points. That seems to be his attitude. I don't know. I've heard Suns fans be like, he just wants to play low expectations basketball. But I haven't watched enough games. He has that no trade clause. And maybe that was part of the issue going on with Phoenix because something does not smell right there. Who else we got? Ezio said Nico and Ben legacy game tomorrow. Deathstroke said if Eubanks can develop some playmaking and get stronger, he can get some minutes. I don't think they're looking for playmaking from him. I think what they're looking for is rim protection, rebounds, and a few putbacks and, a few floaters here and there, just some easy big man offense. Rim runs, finishing plays at the rim. Mueller said, I'm about to bet my mortgage on the Clips winning the chip this year. Okay, good luck to you, sir. Marcel said, I'm also still frustrated with the trade. I was just thinking that today. Oh, that goes back to me talking about Nico Harrison. Yeah, it's every day for me. Dre said, yeah, Kawhi told Zoo come up higher on the pick and roll. He was really locked in defensively. Yeah, Kawhi communicating out there well. Damian said, we'll be 7 or 8 in the play-in, unfortunately. If they win out, they won't be in the play-in. Dre said, no team wants to play us. Mark Jag said, Zoo better get his rest tonight going up against AD tomorrow. So Zoo ended up playing just 26 minutes, 27. Chris Dunn was at 23. Harden, of course, still got to 30 minutes somehow. Norman Powell, just under 30. Kawhi, just under 24. Bogey with 21. Derek Jones Jr. with 23 minutes. I liked his game. I love the versatility of Derek Jones Jr., whether coming off the bench or with the starters. You get real consistency from him in a lot of different lineups and rotations out there. Just he remains the same. He's been very stable and consistent. Terry said, Adam, those 4 teams don't want us as well. Yeah, nobody wants to see the Clippers for sure. Like nobody wants to see anybody in the West. It's going to be a bloodbath in the playoffs. Chunk said we match up pretty perfectly with Golden State, though. Yeah, I don't hate their chances against Golden State. Kenny, the GM, said Denver really lost against the Wolves and Golden State. Mark Jag said if OKC rests guys, that might throw off their rhythm and momentum. Denver really lost to San Antonio, by the way, in between those 2 games. I don't know. OKC is so good with their perimeter defense. They don't have a lot to worry about. I think, it's their inexperience. Like, are they going to play to their talent level? If they do, maybe nobody beats them. And they're just that good. And they got the MVP in Shea. The Kenny GM said it's ridiculous that the 7th and 8th seeds have more than 7 wins over the 9th and 10th and still have to play in the play-in. I mean, that's fair. The first year, remember, of the play-in, it was different. It was the COVID year. It was 2020. And they said, if teams get within 5 games of one another, they'll do it. I think it was Memphis and Portland. And Portland just had to win 1 game to get out. And Memphis would have to win 2 because they had the worst record. So it was a different format for the play-in then. And part of it was you had to be close enough in the standings. It's a good point, Kenny. We don't know if Lively's playing tomorrow yet. I'm just going to assume he is. Dre said, got to go. You guys have a good night. With you for another 10 minutes here. Maddox said, Adam, BJ Matthews, for somehow it feels like you don't trust the Clippers in the playoffs this year. He keeps blaming Ty Lue. He tends to do that. Terry said, Lively will play tomorrow, I think. That Mexican Nara said, Norm should be out tomorrow, right? No. Norm played the back-to-back against Cleveland and Orlando. He's already played a back-to-back. That's not an issue. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back. Clippers won 114-91 over the Dallas Mavericks here at Intuit Dome. I'm Adam Osland, and this is Clippers Talk here on the Patriot AM 1150. Yeah, I love BJ and the Pull Up Podcast, but it is definitely an echo chamber for criticizing Ty, for criticizing James Harden. Yeah, I was hoping Kobe could shoot too. Just hasn't translated. Ezio said, I don't think the Wolves are going to lose the rest of the season. They got the easiest schedule left. So you might be right. Just lost the cap of this Sharpie. Damn it. No cap. I don't even know. I find myself, I need a fidget spinner. I'm that guy because I'm so used to always typing all the time. So it's turned me into that. Like I'm always on the computer. So if I don't have something in my hands, it could be a problem. Pause. Where? I'll find it after. DJ was a great pickup. Thank you, Dallas. Najee Marshall's been good for them, though. Yeah, 3-point volume going up a little bit with him would be nice, but only if he's hitting. Could they beat OKC with a healthy Kawhi, the Clippers? They'd have a puncher's chance. Who guards AD? Zoo. Clippers led by 23 in the first half over the Dallas Mavericks. Their third highest lead at the half, and they would go on to win 114-91, led by as many as 35. Just complete domination from the Clippers again tonight. Vita Zubats, now 10 straight double-doubles, which ties his 10-game streak from earlier this season. That's a career high. So he has a chance tomorrow to go for a new career high of 11 straight games with a double-double. I think he'll get there. I mean, he had 9 boards in the first quarter. That tied a career high for rebounds in the first. Zoo's been dominant. Welcome back into Clippers Talk. I'm Adam Moslin. Final segment here at Intuit Dome. How about Drew Eubanks? He has a Clippers high of 12 points. His Jazz high this season was 17 points. I just love the energy and motor he played with. And that's never really been a problem with him. The difference between him and Mo Bamba, Eubanks typically is always moving out there. The level of activity and motor, that's never been questioned with him. Clippers ended up with 44 bench points. Bogey, 12. Eubanks, 12. And again, the Dallas Mavericks, they went 4 of 20 from 3 after starting 0 of 12. That's incredible. But this Clippers team just continued to pour it on. And I think it starts with their defense, guys. Like, their shot making was good, going 14 of 30 from the outside. Don't get me wrong, but they hold the Dallas Mavericks to 91 points. They lead the league in most games, keeping an opponent under 100. This was their 20th game this season doing that. The defense has just been so dominant with this Clippers ball club. The offense has caught up to their defense. What up, Grant Mona? See you tomorrow. I'll make sure to come say hi. Appreciate you. You're a star. Looks like a Bond villain. You know, a good-looking Bond villain. That's Grant Mona. This Clippers team with a good-looking victory. Just the type of win you needed to get to have a chance for Kawhi to play tomorrow. And he'll be reevaluated. Probably better chance than not that he plays. How many minutes? I don't know. He was only at 23 minutes and 44 seconds tonight. And then the Clippers have 2 days off, Sunday, Monday, and then 2 games on, or 2 days on. Tuesday against San Antonio here, and then the regular season finale at Intuit Dome Wednesday against the Houston Rockets. You would assume that's the game Kawhi would play, but if we have a breakthrough tomorrow with him playing a back-to-back, does he play San Antonio and Houston if he feels good coming out of the back-to-back? A lot of unknowns. How many minutes is he going to be able to go? The Clippers are playoff modes activated, as David says here in the chat. I'm not assuming anything with Kawhi, but I think it's more likely than not that he plays tomorrow. It just makes sense. He's been wanting to play back-to-backs. He says he's been feeling really good. He's looked fantastic out there, and you have 2 days off afterwards. And because Golden State won again tonight over Denver, you're trying to keep pace with them. You still play them in the final game of the regular season. You want that to mean something. You don't want Golden State to have it locked up that they're outside of the play-in. You're hoping the Clippers, aren't in that position where they already know they're going to be in the play-in and that game isn't meaningful. To do that, you got to win ball games. There's 5 games left. If they win all 5, they're in a playoff series. Against who? We don't know. But it's just the level of urgency has to be there, and we saw it tonight from this team. Fully locked in against a Dallas team that's struggling, that was down many men. I like the professionalism and the business-like approach from this Clipper squad that we've seen as they've won 13 of their last 16 games. And when bad teams have been put in front of them, they've handled business as they should. Led by as many as 35, win 114-91 over the Dallas Mavericks here at Intuit Dome, where we'll be tomorrow. Same 2 teams. We run it back. We'll have your pregame show right here at 6:30. Before we get out of here, I do want to thank the Clippers organization, Ralph Lawler, Brian Seaman, Noah Eagle, Carlo Jimenez, Big Brother Jake Warner, our head engineer here at Intuit Dome, Daniel West, our producer, back in the bank. Love y'all. I'm Adam Moslin. Talk to you tomorrow right back here at 6:30, Clippers and Mavericks. Thank you, Dan.